Open your eyes, what can you see around? Wind of the open sky, over the siren sound. This is a dream, getting the royal scar, holding a diamond blade, throwing it far. Holding your breath still, you jump the fire. We'll just sit and wait till can you fly? You got it, then try to tell me you got the wrong guy. Got the wrong. Got the wrong guy. Then try to tell me you got the wrong guy.
Oh, okay. Well. Sorry. Becca, look, you still got a good amount of points. But, point proven.
This is not the right screen. Let's try this again. Oh, it is, actually. Hold on, y'all. We need a second. The camera died.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it had been so long, it turned off.
There we are.
There we go.
Hello. Welcome to Basement Dad's Pinball Podcast, where we talk everything entertainment. That's books, board games, movies, music, and of course, pinball. My name is Extra Paul. We've got George here too. Look at us. We'll be your hosts for this episode, so hold on to your banisters, folks, because we got a heck of a show for you. George, what are we talking about tonight?
This was your suggestion as we are heading out next week to Stern to go check out the new game, which is Star Wars, and it's on Spike 3. But you suggested kind of a walkthrough of all the Spike 2s.
Yeah, Spike 2, the end of an era. There's no more Spike 2s coming out. Even we actually already have our first Spike 3 available for purchase from Costco. The Star Wars Home Edition is, in fact, a Spike 3 system.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so no more Spike 2s. It's been about, I guess, a slightly less than 9 years since the first Spike 2 came out.
What was the first Spike 2?
Batman 66.
Wow, Batman 66. It's fun. I remember when that came out. I had Batman 66 after I had Star Wars. I had a Star Wars Premium.
Okay.
So in my mind, it seemed like Batman 66 came out afterwards, but I think Batman 66, it took me a while to warm up to the idea of it. Or
Gotcha.
pick it up, one of the two. So, but Batman 66 was legit first.
Yes.
Okay.
And this isn't all encompassing, I guess. So we're strictly talking about games that unique titles, right? Unique titles with unique layouts. So that would separate your James Bond 007 Cornerstone with your Bond 60th. Those would be two separate ones. And we're not including special editions. So no Jaws 50th, no Jurassic Park 30th, no Blood Red Kiss edition Elvira.
Sure.
And also, we're going to do only games that take quarters. So no home pins are on this list either.
Okay, cool.
All right. So with those stipulations in mind, how many pins do you think we have under the Spike 2 system? How many cornerstones, and then add on 60th?
Okay. So assuming Stern averages 3 cornerstones a year and add 60th, and you said 9 years, I'm going to go with 28.
That's spot on. 28. Yeah, it's 28. Oh, does Fred still work on this?
Fred is set up right now. I'm probably going to have to turn off Fred if he's going to respond.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's see here. I might be able to take a quick peek How many different designers do you think we have over the course of 9 years with 28 pins?
Ooh, interesting. So, you've got Borg.
Oh, sure. Dance Panda. George is so muscular that when he flexes, the AI agents start calculating the gravitational pull.
I don't know. Do
Very
I leave
nice.
Fred there or do I turn him off?
I think you can leave Fred there.
Okay, we're leaving Fred. That will come back up later. That's an inside joke that will become an outside joke, I think, very soon. But we've got Borg, we've got Elwin, we've got Jack, we've got the engineer who made John Wick,
Elliot Eisman.
Yes.
Yep.
Then we've got the King, Steve Ritchie. You've got George Gomez. You've got, man, I got to go through the different design. Oh, and then you've got Brian Eddy. And then, no, Adam's Family Guy wasn't there for the Spike 2s. So he wouldn't count. His last one, his only one with Stern was Family Guy. 7. I remembered 7 off the cuff. I'm willing to bet there's 9.
There's 8 actually.
8. Damn, I was so
8.
close.
Yeah,
Who was
yeah.
I missing?
I don't know. Maybe did you mention Jack Danger?
Yeah.
Okay. You got all the main ones. Nordman,
because he
Nordman.
came in to do the new Elvira House of Horror.
Yep. And I just put all my research was pretty much off of Pinside. So
Okay.
Anybody who was credited under the software team, I just listed in there because it was all alphabetical. There was no team lead for any of that. So 8 designers, twice as many coders involved over the course of 9 years. And so we'll just go right down the line here. We got a couple questions to cover over everything. We'll be kind of trying to discuss when we can. We don't want this to last 9 years as we're describing all of it. But things we might cover from pin to pin. Might not get a snag on all of them, but what was unique about it? So that might be like a cool toy, or just a lot of this is just going to be general our opinions. But how would we personally rank it for casual play, tournament play, and for progression? And just what's our overall general impression of the game? So Batman 66 came out in December of 2016. Designer is George Gomez with Lyman F. Sheets Jr. on the code. The status of this pin is archived.
It is archived. Yep.
Yes.
Beautiful game. The artwork on this is awesome. Sorry, who's the guy who did the art for this in Guardians of the Galaxy? Franchi.
Yeah, I could have. I figured with 28 pins, 9 years to cover. I did not include any artists.
It's cool.
In the
we'll take a
mix.
stab.
It would have been interesting to see how many, the stats on how many pins Zombie Yeti it had for art. Because there's, for the most part, with the exception of King Kong, I think there's one artist per pin.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's 1 per pin.
Typically, King Kong was a little different.
So the cool thing about Batman was this device here that I know George Gomez mechanically designed. He geeked out, created something, and then said I would never do anything like this again. It was pretty insane. If you've ever pulled up a playfield on Batman 66, man, it's a big honking device.
It's a monster.
Yeah. Game's super fun. I know on the competitively, the multiplier system can allow for some absolutely amazing scores to be put up. We've all seen Escher and the Weatherman, whose name I can't think of right now. put up the multi-trillion point scores on this game.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Whether it's a good tournament game or a bad one, that's because due to multipliers, that's subjective, I think.
Okay.
Personally, I don't like them a ton, like unless it's kind of like Walking Dead, which is not a Spike 2.
Not a Spike 2.
Right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's you do get a multiplier, but it's a shot multiplier. You get one shot at it, and you can mess it up too.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would agree. There is a lot of tribute on Batman 66 to the Dark Knight with the crane arm going back and forth. It's in a very similar layout to in kind of in the same exact spot. The magnet or the captive ball kind of works the same way as well. So I think we're going to be seeing a little bit of that here and there. Maybe not across the board, but there's going to be a lot of tributes to older games.
Yep.
In the mix here.
Yeah, this layout, it feels very, very much like this was Batman Dark Knight over again. Just the shots in general. You got this left loop that goes all the way around with a ball catch up here. You have the actual crane. This big shot in the middle was it's a weird spinning contraption from Dark Knight. Like it is.
Yeah.
I would put it into the copy boat. Obviously, there's a lot of differences, and I don't want to take away from the amazing engineering of this little spinning 3-part guy, but the layout it definitely started from Black Knight.
For sure. Yeah, I would say I would put it in the tribute category.
Okay.
I would call it more of a tribute than a copy.
Okay. I like that. That's
in
just
a way.
nicer in general. That sounds nicer.
Just recycled pin.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
All right, so that was at the very end of 2016. Can you remember back to 2017 and make any guesses as far as, I mean, you can also take a stab at what came out next in the lineup, but
Yep. Sorry, I took that away. That was not well thought out for me to go to the archive. I would guess, is it Aerosmith, Paul?
Oh, it's Aerosmith.
It's
wow.
Aerosmith.
What a great guess, George.
All right, let's go check out Aerosmith.
Do you know who designed this layout?
Actually, I don't.
It's a John Borg.
This is a Borg layout. Wow.
This is a Borg layout.
This is not a copy, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So design team here, or sorry, coding team here would be Lonnie Ropp, Mike. I'm gonna get this right here. We're not gonna be pulling any Silverball Chronicles shticks here. Mike Kizivat and Wei-Sin Chang.
Does Dave over at Silverball struggle to pronounce people's names?
He
correctly?
pronounces everything weird. He's Canadian.
Okay, true. Yeah. We can give Dave a pass every once in a while.
This one also, of course, is archived.
Yep. So what stands out about Aerosmith to you, Paul?
It would be the toy box for sure.
Cool.
On this one, that would be the standout toy in this. I don't think I've ever actually played a premium.
Oh, with
version
the
of
upper
this.
playfield?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played a premium either. I think I've only ever played pros.
Yeah, we used to have one for a very long time at Pinball Jones, and I think we sold it maybe a year ago.
Okay. Yeah,
so.
it went over. It was at the bowling alley for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was one of our few Spike 2s that never got the insider connected upgrade kit because we just didn't have it on location. And
Yep.
And one of the owners at Pinball Jones is not a fan of the band.
Sure. It also, I mean, it has the standard left double Borg in lane, which ends up Borging the left out lane. I know that toy is awesome. The standout thing to me about Aerosmith is this artwork. I love Dirty Donnie's art. It's another reason I like Zombie Yeti so much. I want every time I look at the playfield, I want to discover something new, and I love this style of art.
Yeah, I think the Dirty Donnie art works better for Aerosmith than it did for Metallica, personally. Oh. Yeah, that's me.
Hot take. Okay.
That's me.
Yeah.
I think I've said it before in a previous episode, but what else did we? Sorry, the tablet here disappeared.
Oh,
On what our
the questions are.
yeah. Is it a good tournament game? I think that's what.
Sure.
Okay. I don't have enough time on it, honestly, to know one way or another, but I don't think there's any insane multipliers on this. I could be wrong.
I do know that you want to hold off on starting the multi-ball until you get more balls. I think there's a multiplier potentially past ball 3 or a 3-ball.
Okay.
There's something having to do with trying to max out the size of that multi-ball.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's just a 6-ball multi-ball. I'm not sure.
Sure. We did forget a question on Batman 66, but I'm going to say it's too late. We have too many
Moved
more
on.
pins to go here.
Yeah. Overall, I don't
progression
like
would have been the question we skipped on the last one.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I think this one's fairly easy for progression. It's pretty early on in their roster. Yeah, I guess to break my own rule and touch back briefly on Batman 66, there was a ton going on with that game, and like all the different villains and mini villains and everything, or sub villains that you could select. This one did not have all of that. It was kind of back to just regular pinball roots here.
It did have a carousel, though, to select the song and thus the mode. The modes, to me, didn't... You know what? I say that. I just haven't spent enough time on Aerosmith. I know there's people who really like the game.
No, they totally do. This one, I think it's just aged so much that we've kind of forgotten about it with all of the other amazing titles on here. What's your general impression overall, though, on Aerosmith?
I only ever play it seems, at tournaments, and I hate having to play this game because I don't know how to play it, and it feels brutal.
Yeah, I'll side with you on that. I don't really have anything else to add.
Wolfman does not like it.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Moving on here. What do you think was the next pin after Aerosmith?
I know we just saw the screen, but I'm gonna throw this out. The carousel is done again immediately in another game that came out about the same time. And that was actually the first game I bought new in box with the release, which was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Close, not quite. It is Star Wars, June of 2017.
Damn.
Designer Steve Ritchie. On our coding team, we have Dwight Sullivan and Wei-Sin Chang. Were credited, at least. I think there's more names involved on the coding team, just in general, just as a prerequisite. I'm only going off of who was credited on Pinside.
It must be vaulted. It is.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes, this pin is vaulted, and it only happened very recently.
Okay.
That it was vaulted as well. So, what is the unique thing about it, George?
So this has, on the premium, it is the only thing that is truly unique, in my opinion, and that's the cool... It's not lightning. Shoot, what did they call this thing? Hyperdrive.
Oh, yeah. The classic Steve Ritchie Hyperloop. It loops around, right? So the toy that he's used on several different pins throughout his career as a designer, starting on High Speed.
I wasn't very impressed with Star Wars in terms of layout.
Yeah.
There's nothing new going on here. I do feel like Steve Ritchie wanted to do more. I got to talk to him about a couple of games that he designed, and he felt like Stern and The Bomb, and he was always put on licenses that were very expensive, which evidently made it more difficult for him to do what he wanted to with The Bomb. And that was a big reason I think he went over to JJP, was to be able to finally design and not be hampered by concerns over meeting some threat or not exceeding some threshold on the parts going into the game.
Sure. Everyone's gripe about this game seems to be that there's no magnet. You know, you think of Star Wars, you think of the Force, right?
Right.
It actually has 3 magnets though, and they're all in the hyperdrive.
Oh. So technically it has magnets, but we still
But
didn't
not in
get
the way you want them.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Paul, about this game for tournament play?
Oh, I was gonna cover real quick what I think is unique about it, and
I'm
it's
sorry.
that stupid center button and the 40x multiplier that you could get with it. But for tournament play, I think it's wrecked because of that 40. I guess if it's on competitive settings for tournament play, you're capped out at 20x.
Yep.
But and there is a strategy to that. It's just not a fun one in my mind.
Okay. I love this game for competitive play. And it's funny because it seems like this game in particular is very divisive in the tournament playing community as to whether or
Yeah.
not it's good or bad for tournaments. What I like about it is that there are 4 or 5 different real strategies to play this game for points. And what I don't like is a new game where everyone does the same thing. To me, that's not enjoyable in tournament play. If I could choose between, I think I'm going to start this route and use this strategy, but somebody else uses another, and we get to see how those 2 strategies play out when somebody's successful on them. To me, that makes for a much more exciting tournament rather than who can do the thing the most number of times.
Sure. Okay. That's a good point. Yeah, I think we'll see very shortly here that there are options that are available in other pins, but typically people go all with the same strategy. How do you feel about for casual play? I would say that this is brutal. Yeah, it's not nice for casual players because as soon as you plunge the ball, it hits those stand-up targets and then
Bink,
kind of
outlane.
has a very high chance of ending your ball immediately.
Also, it's complicated.
Yeah.
It's the most amazing theme to pull people in off the street, and this game plays like something made specifically for tournament players or people who've been playing for decades.
So arguably, it's the best money maker because of that. Because plays are short and the theme draws people in.
Sure.
But I can see how it can kind of feel like a snake oil salesman in that way.
I want to point out a miss on this game, which is the ramp that goes into the Death Star. On every premium, man, it rejects. I honestly, it rejects it. It also slows gameplay down when you go around the horseshoe, and then it has to drop in order to let the ball come down. I prefer the Pro, even though I absolutely love the hyperdrive. Like it's such a cool thing, and it does. And they tie in the rule set to it, I think, or the code and the audio really well. The whoosh, whoosh.
Oh yeah,
whoosh.
I'm not a huge fan of the hyperdrive, but I do like getting hyperdrive multi-ball where I get 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 balls all up in the hyperdrive at once. That part's fun.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, I'd rather have a different toy in a way. I mean, I can see this toy on several other pins.
Yep.
So, but progression I think is also too high. Like I don't. People used to say that getting to the ultimate wizard mode, the hardest wizard mode to get to would be Valinor on Lord of the Rings, also not a Spike 2 game. But how do you get to the wizard mode on Star Wars, Troy?
Sorry. We're leveling up here.
Oh, we got a raid?
We got a raid. Wicked City Gaming coming in with a party of 4. Wicked City Gaming, my hat. Oh, I can take my actual hat off. Thank you very much. Y'all, if you want the best, honestly, I can say this legitimately. If you want the best in Warhammer, Twitch integrated and very engaged gaming right now, that's Wicked City Gaming. Nobody has better equipment. Nobody is more engaged. It's not produced any better, and he's just the only one doing it right now with live actual Warhammer gaming. So if you are a fan of Warhammer, make sure to follow Wicked City Gaming, okay? Now,
How do you get to the wizard mode on Star Wars?
all right. So first you have to beat all the go through all of the mini wizard modes. You also have to make your way to Jedi.
So all of the planets, if we're going to count
Yeah,
Death
you got
Star
to
as
destroy
a-
the Death
as a
Star,
planet.
escape from Tatooine, battle above Endor, and something from Hoth. So you have to go through and do all of those. You also have to defeat 100 TIE fighters. You have to make it to Jedi Master, the rank of Jedi Master,
Okay.
which Anakin never achieved, by the way. There is... Oh, you also have to escape from Boba Fett. And I think there's maybe one more thing. And it's not unobtainium.
And then you have to do it all on another character, and then all on another character after that.
Now-
and then all on the fourth and final character.
Yes.
So
You don't have to do that, though, because that is awesome. But that is... I've never seen anyone achieve that.
I'm not same.
Yeah. Which would be to get to the ultimate wizard mode 4 times in one game.
Can you just show me where the button is on this? Because it fell asleep again.
Oh. Which one? That. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta... Sorry, it's more than that. It also has a lock.
Oh, okay.
But if you just touch it every once in a while, like you
Okay.
scroll it, you'll keep it live.
Gotcha. I'll try and remember.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that fairly exhaustively covered what we want to do for Star Wars here. You already mentioned the next game on the list with your previous guest, and that's Guardians of the Galaxy, released November of 2017.
Yep.
Designer John Borg. Coding team would be Lonnie Ropp, Mike Kizavat, and Wei-Sin Chang.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the premium flyer here. All right.
All right. So what is unique about Guardians of the Galaxy?
It would be Groot eating the ball.
Okay, yeah, I think
think.
that's the most obvious one for sure. For me, the most unique thing about it is this is kind of our exit of paused timers.
Ooh, interesting.
That's kind of what stands out to me the most when I play it.
Yeah, these modes, once they start, timer goes. There is no stopping that timer.
It's true. All right, so how would you rank it for casual play?
You know, the layout is a little more on the brutal side, but it's definitely not Star Wars. So I think I'm good with it casual.
Okay.
What do you think about tournament play?
I think it's decent for tournament play. It's a little linear. I guess I'm dipping into the progression a little bit, but yeah, everybody kind of just always starts the same 1 or 2 modes and then immediately moves into what is it, pod chase? Is that the multi-ball mode? The blue one.
I think pod chase is it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because you're ready to start your multi-ball and you want to upgrade your mode by hitting the scoop on the right, and then everything's lit and you got multi-ball. So
Sure.
crank it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel about for progression?
I had so much fun.
You've beaten it, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saving Xandar is a lot of fun. It's not the most deep thing ever. Like, this is not Rush 2112. This is not a Lord of the Rings. But
the level of depth is kind of nice.
it's nice. It's a very nice middle ground of depth. It's not as it's a little less than Jurassic Park, but not as shallow as Deadpool.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'm happy with that. I do want to point out on the tournament side, I got to listen to, when I had it here, I got to listen to all the crazy stuff from Escher. So there's some really unique, subtle rules having to do with placing multiplied shots. And then also when you time completing your quill mode. So the mode that gives you a
right.
2-ball multi-ball.
Yep.
You can work up to, I think it's like a 4x your total score at that point, or you can get as a bonus to completing that mode up to I think 40% of your total score.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I think it's a hurry up.
Yeah.
At the very end, so you complete Quill's quest, which is an absurd number of shots.
Yep.
In order to complete it, it starts out as a 2-ball multi-ball, but if you drain down to 1 ball or end your ball and go back into it at a later time, you're only in 1-ball play, but you are able to stack a different multi-ball into it if you'd like. But yeah, it's a little tough, and then at the very end you got to hit that scoop immediately.
Yep.
To really maximize on those points.
But that doesn't come into, I would say, normal tournament play. Like that's the upper echelons when there's a difference between 2 and 5 billion points, and you need that extra 500 mil, or maybe just you need that extra bill to keep yourself competitive when like Ray Day jumps in after you.
Yeah, absolutely. General impressions of the game?
I love this game. The artwork I think is fantastic. I do like the movie integrated code that includes also Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think that version is much better. It has better music. I love the mini wizard mode. I love how colorful it is. Even though it's a copy, it's another Borg, I think, and it's a copy of the Metallica layout. I really enjoy this game. I enjoy playing it.
McGruber wants to know, are we doing them all tonight? Yeah, we are doing all 28 Spike 2s here. My general impression of the game is it's pretty good all around. Like I'm not saying pretty good to knock it, but it did have, I mean, everybody hates the call outs that come with this game naturally.
Right.
It's kind of the worst thing about it.
You boobily boo.
I mean, I don't mind that part, but the rest of it is just like, well, that's not that person's voice.
Yes.
You're saying the things that they said, but so can I. So, but I don't know. I don't think we're going to see another. The licensing on this looks really expensive because we got the likenesses of several different actors.
So many different people.
But maybe we didn't, because you don't have to pay Vin Diesel for Groot's likeness, and you don't have to pay Rocket Raccoon for Bradley Cooper's likeness.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not as bad, but it's still a lot of people on there.
Yep.
All right, so that covers Guardians of the Galaxy. Now we're moving into 2018, where we had 3 different pins, cornerstones here at least. What do you think was the first of 2018?
Right after, I just had to scroll down. I'm trying my best to ignore what I know happens after this, but also
I'll try and remember have you pause.
What about Iron Maiden?
It is Iron Maiden.
It is Iron Maiden. Yes!
Iron Maiden, March of 2018. But Keith Elwin's first cornerstone with Stern, and his coding team was Rick Nagel,
who is still his coding team today.
I think there's a few additions in there for a pin or two, but yeah, those two are like 2 peas in a pod. So this one is, I got to scroll over a little bit. Sorry, moving away from the mic I believe this is vaulted.
This is vaulted. Yep. I had to go to the vault in order to pull up this doc.
Okay. So what's unique about Iron Maiden?
4 flippers.
4 flippers. Yeah. I think this is the most flippers Stern game has seen in a long time.
4 flippers and so much flow. There's 2 loops. There's a loop here and a loop here. I I'm going to jump right to overall impressions. I'm sorry to
Sure.
skip, but I love this game. The only thing I don't like about it is that Iron Maiden music is playing while I'm...
Right. I think it was a little bit of a miss for a lot of people with the theme. Even if you are kind of a rocker, there were at least many people that didn't even know who Iron Maiden was. Anytime I ask people, you know, when I want to play with my friends on this game, I'll ask them, "What's your favorite Iron Maiden song?" And they're like, "I don't think I know any." So, yeah, it was originally designed using this an identical layout for Archer, right?
Yes, yeah, that was the homebrew that Keith Elwin, I think, and his brother put together.
Okay. Yeah, and on the premium, you have. I think I like the premium better than the pro on this. The center ramp pops up. That's not exactly why I like the premium better, though. For the mummy lock, you actually have to hit that left through the pop bumper shot in order to lock a ball. And on the pro, I just don't really find a whole lot of reason to really ever go for that ramp otherwise.
Yep, the left ramp kind of both ramp. Some of the modes force you to hit them, but I
Sure.
do like that about the premium as well.
Yeah, it's just it's forcing me to explore all of the shots on the game in a way that the pro doesn't really.
Yep.
So, how would you rank it for casuals?
Probably not so great. There's a lot going on this playfield. It's Iron Maiden, which isn't, even though it's a popular band, it's not that popular. And
Yeah.
it's very unique.
It's kind of mid-tier band.
Yeah.
As far as popularity is concerned, I'm not discounting the band. I like their music just fine. I know you don't, but all right. So I think I would give it a little bit more credit for the casuals. I think it's going to have a little bit more flow. You know, they're like, you know, if they see a free credit on it, they might not walk up to it initially, but if there's like a free game on the pin, then they'll walk up to it, flip on it a little bit, and get a little bit of flow, and be like, "Oh, okay, I was able to hit that loop a bunch of times, or
Sure.
something like that." Yeah, two fairly easily accessible multi balls in
Yep.
it as well, and I think casuals generally like multi balls.
Sure.
Kind of gauge that as far as how well they're playing if they started a multi ball more so than score. Maybe not.
Well, no, I'm more concerned that on the multi balls, you have to hit the mummy ball a certain number of times, then hit the ramp, then hit the mummy ball again a certain number of times to respell mummy, and that's mummy for your
Okay.
first time. And the other one requires you to hit the drop targets down 2 times in order to light lock. I think that one's more accessible. It's just
Unless you sweep them.
unless you it would be probably an accident for somebody who's casual, because when you are playing from this angle, these are not very visible.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna walk mine back, and it is now that you're describing it, for someone that doesn't know the rules like we do,
right.
not gonna be immediately apparent how to get to those multi balls.
And these targets are hard to see.
Yeah.
Like they are positioned in a way where as a player, and maybe I'm just short. I know you've got like 3 or 4 inches on me, but I feel like I'm always guessing where these targets are on the flipper because of their angle.
I mean, I'm guessing too. Okay. A lot of times because they're in a weird spot. They're totally in a weird spot.
So maybe not great for casual, but what do you think about progression? I know I keep asking about tourney play. What do you think about progression?
I mean, tourney play is a very short answer. I think it's fantastic.
It's okay, done. We'll just call it good. I love it for tournament
For
play.
progression, I think it's really kind of awesome. This is kind of the first example of things very prominently going on in the background. Like there's big things happening while you're doing anything.
Yep.
But they might not be immediately obvious to you, but they are constantly happening, and that's kind of another unique thing about it as well, is that doing anything is helping you.
Yep.
In more so than any other pin that we've seen before this.
I want to even add to progression. Here's your modes. Here's your power stuff. Here's whether or not you've lit Number of the Beast. Here's the 4 different cards that you have to light in order to light Number of the Beast, and it literally has arrows pointing at it.
Yeah, you
like
got
it's all connected beautifully to show you what it is you have to do to get to Number of the Beast. And then they take it a step further because Number of the Beast is just the wizard mode. You need to get all 10 of your gifts on the right orbit in order to get to Run to the Hills, which is the ultimate wizard mode. This to me is up there with what I talk about Jurassic Park frequently. This to me is up there with Jurassic Park in terms of like the perfect amount of progression. I can get to Number of the Beast, and I want this game back in-house, and it will take me another year before I ever get to Run to the Hills.
Gotcha. All right. So, general impression for me on this would I can't real quick. I agree with you. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on just regurgitating everything that you put there for the audience because it's just gonna be a repeat of that. But general impression is for me is that it kicks my ass and I keep coming back. So I kind of hate playing it in tournaments because I'm not great at it in a competitive setting. But I do like it. I
want to add something else, and I'm sorry. I know we're taking way too much time.
If you need to go back a step or two, these are just we're covering the game. It's in any organic order that we see fit.
Sure. So, I love this game. Sometimes it beats me up. Sometimes I feel like, man, I can just destroy this game. The thing that I love about it for competitive play, or even just for casual fun, is the fact that you can play it for points different ways. Man, you can do a good mixture of progression with multi-balls. You can do the standard, trying to stack things and just put up some decent points. You can go to actually complete the modes and try and get your, what are the crystals called at the end?
Soul shards.
Soul shards. You can go for soul shards. It's a lot of points there. Another actual way you could play this game is screw everything else, multipliers and loop jackpots. That's it. And you can put up an insane amount of points if you can hit that loop jackpot shot with some good multipliers behind it. There's so many different ways to play it. This is, if it wasn't Iron Maiden, I think I would have called this the perfect game. And a little note is that I think initially there was a big switch up because of Deadpool and the fact that George Gomez had to jump in, so they shifted around some of the. I think George talked about this. Some of the licenses. This was supposed to be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, and no, I thought that wasn't that Star Wars?
No, so
I thought
my
Guardians
memory is
was
not
supposed
perfect.
to be Star Wars and vice versa. No, I'm screwing that up.
Okay.
It was not. It was not supposed to be Star Wars.
Arcade Legacy rating with a party of 31. Arcade Legacy, my hat's off to you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you bringing those 31 beautiful individuals over. And for anyone just joining us, we have a special episode tonight of Basement Dad's Pinball Podcast, where we are talking, actually, this is Paul's idea, and this is fantastic. We're walking through each of the Spike 2 games this evening in preparation for the release of Spike 3 next week. And I guess a little bit of a fun note is that Paul and I are going out to Stern for the media release event on Wednesday for the new Stern game. So excited.
Yeah, I just caught Arcade Legacy earlier tonight. You might see me on Twitch every once in a while. I'm PBJ_Pinball Jones. I work there. It's an arcade in Pinball Arcade in Fort Collins here. So, but yeah, we are maybe a quarter of the way through this thing. That was that was pin number 5 of 28 Spike 2 systems here. So, all right. So George, not a huge fan of the title of Iron Maiden, but everything else is great. And it kind of ties what you were saying there before the raid was that you like the different options, that it's non-linear as far as where you go for points, right?
Right, exactly.
In the same way as Star Wars, because you said the same thing about Star Wars.
Yes, Star Wars has multiple paths to putting up big points.
Sure, I would say that they both have multiple paths, but in very different ways.
Very different ways, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this locked again on me. I'm an idiot. All right, so March 2018 is when Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast came out. August 2018, what do you think it was? Do you remember?
All right, so right after Iron Maiden, what else was it? Was it Beatles?
Close. It was Deadpool.
Deadpool. Oh God.
George Gomez on design. Coding team would be Mike Kizavat, Tanyo Kleiss, Tim Sexton, and Wei-Sin Chang. I think Tanyo kind of gets a lot of the credit for this.
Yes.
But it is a team for sure. This one is vaulted as well. So, what is unique about Deadpool?
Katana ramp.
Yeah, totally. The katana ramp. We won't even say the. A lot of people say the snick shot, but it's the whole thing in general.
Right. I like the snicked is really a part of it in a certain way. I do love the snick shot. Don't get me wrong, and I know
It's
it
just
causes
overpowered.
problems. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super overpowered. All of the things. But yeah, this ramp is just I don't know, crazy, super fun, awesome, all the things.
Yeah, I think this single pin. I don't want to speak for him, but I'm gonna speak for Jack Danger here. I think this inspired all of his different layouts that he's had, either with Stern or just doing whitewood design on Twitch. In his earlier days,
Right.
as well. I think
You see a lot of it in X-Men,
Yeah,
Uncanny X-Men.
he just likes a lot of that weird, flowy stuff.
Yeah.
And this is very much that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, how would you rank it overall for casual players? I personally think it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
For casual players. This is
Easy to understand.
number one
Yeah.
suggestion that I would make for casual players.
Honestly, for even budding pinball players, like people are like, I think I like pinball. I want to buy a game. Deadpool's an amazing game.
All right. How about for tournament player?
The snicked is overpowered in a lot of tournaments. I think it gets turned off. And at that point, I think this game is great. I like playing it in tournaments. I don't know that there's a lot of different ways to play this game, though.
Sure. It can be quite linear. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on my strat, but I like to go queue up my little Deadpool multi-ball, play Juggernaut. I also like to focus on the left spinner to get my disco multi-ball queued up after that and get into the next little Deadpool mode where it's a switch hit frenzy.
Sure.
I also like to stack the katana ramp multi-ball with Megalodon
Okay.
as well. So those are just kind of my go-to stacks.
Yep.
On the game. But yeah, I like it as a tournament game with the exception of the snick shot and our copy. I keep trying to mess with it and make that snicked a little tougher to hit. Every time I touch it, though, it gets easier and easier and easier. So now we have on my stream we have one of the other guys that helps me out, just talking to chat and talking shit as well, is Dan. And this is no longer the Deadpool game. It's now the snicked game because he doesn't do anything until he's 5xing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, yeah, for that reason alone, I'm going to say it's a bad tournament game.
Okay. I can't argue with that sentiment.
For progression,
It's shallow,
Yeah.
but it is so fun.
yeah, it ends up getting a little wood choppy, right?
Very
It's-
much so.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's shallow as far as like I don't know. You play, you fight against 3 villains. You play against a couple quest monsters, and then you get into
Mega Crackalodonus Rex.
Well, I was gonna say Sauron first, and then you got to go back into
true.
the villain modes with Sauron in there, right? And then do you have to? I don't think you
No,
have to,
so it's beat the 3 bad guys.
Okay, you know better.
Yeah. If you beat the 3, I'm going to scroll down. So if you beat Juggernaut, Mystique, and Sabretooth, you get to Sauron.
Right.
If you then beat Juggernaut, Mystique, Sabretooth, T-Rex, and Megalodon, you get to Mega Crackalodonus Rex. And then you have to go through and beat Juggernaut, Mystique, and Sabretooth again. You have to... but Sauron helps now in each of these. So there's a shot against, let's say, Juggernaut, and then you have to attack Sauron, and you keep going back and forth. The modes are a little bit harder the second time through.
Isn't Sauron always on the ramp too? So it's just do what you did before and hit a left ramp every once in a while.
I think, yeah, I never really thought about it,
Yeah.
but he probably is consistently on the same shots. And then... What is it the second time through? Oh, you just have to beat those guys again. You do have to do Mech Suit Multiball. And it's Mech Suit Multiball, beat the bad guys twice, play through Sauron, make it to Mega Crackalodonus. Oh, yeah, Mech Suit Mega Crackalodonus Rex, and then you get to the 2-part Mr. Sinister. The first part is clones, the clones or whatever it's called. It's a multi-ball that you just have to survive through. And if you survive through that, you get to fight Mr. Sinister, which is almost an exact copy of Mega Crackalodonus Rex, except it's Mr. Sinister instead of the really cool monster. And then you beat the game, it starts over, and you light special.
Okay, so as you're describing it, it actually doesn't sound that shallow, but each one of these modes that you're saying is kind of a repeat or a slight, very, very slight variant of a previous mode that you've played, right?
Yes, correct.
And that's kind of why it feels wood choppy.
Definitely, yeah, I would say so. And just compared to other Sterns, this one's easy to, like, it's easy enough. Depth-wise, it's like the least deep of all the more recent Sterns. I would
Yeah.
even say Guardians is not very deep, but Guardians there's more to it than this, and it's less wood choppy.
Right. With Guardians, you have 8 unique modes. This only has 3 unique, like, standard modes. We're not even talking
3
about
standard
wizard
modes, and then the 2
Yeah.
quests, which are also kind of like modes. They're called quests in this case, but you can think of it as 5 modes.
Sure.
And then you repeat 3 of those modes a second time. There's some really fun multi-balls, and there's lots of other fun things to do, which is why I do think this game is a perfect first game purchase for any new pinballer.
I think this sounds, at least compared to, for you, with our previous pick of Iron Maiden, I'm sure you think that the music, call outs, and everything are amazing.
Yes, it was great.
I would say it. I like Iron Maiden just fine. So I would more so compare it to the one before that, which was Guardians, because the call outs on Guardians are trash.
They are.
And the ones on this are not.
Yep.
It's funny throughout. It's going to make you laugh. And there's just a wide variety of music too, like different genres and everything too, just because Deadpool's so weird.
Yep.
All right. So general impression.
Love it.
Yeah. Love it. All right. Cool. Before you look at the list, November 2018, any guesses?
You said I was close when I said Beatles, so I'm going back to Beatles. Okay.
Yep, it is Beatles. Design, actually, concept is by somebody else. I didn't write down their name though. I was in a hurry. But design is by George Gomez.
Right, because it's a remake of Sea Witch.
Right. So that's probably what the concept is whoever designed Sea Witch would be my guess. But for coding team, it is Dean Grover, and that's it.
I don't know who Dean Grover is.
Dean Grover is actually he's now no longer with us.
Aw.
Yeah, he used to play at 1UP. I played in a tournament or two with Dean up in Colfax a few years ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, I think if you look at the real, like, kind of the screen, the attraction screens on Godzilla, you'll see a picture of Dean Grover holding up a Godzilla Whitewood.
Okay.
Just as a slight hint, he kind of worked on that game too. This one is archived.
Yes.
Yeah, super expensive license. What is unique about it? I think it's the ununiqueness of it, the fact that it's kind of a carbon copy of Sea Witch, only it works better physically.
Right. Yeah, they fixed some sort of geometry issues that Sea Witch had.
Okay, I guess they also added an extra shot behind those drop targets on the left, underneath the left flipper.
Oh yeah, up under this.
Yep. So there is a slight addition there, where there was some empty space that there is a little better utilized now. God,
You okay?
freaking
Oh.
bad.
While we're breaking, by the way, hey CNK, hey J Mizzle, and hey McGruber.
I'm just gonna make my own note
Okay.
here.
Just take a picture.
Yeah, yeah, I can do that too. I think the next question, since we've been through it a few times, how is it for casual play?
It's the Beatles. It's an incredibly simple, easy layout. The game kind of walks you through what's going on in some kind of simple way, and I feel like you almost always end up in a multi-ball at some point. So I would say this is great for casual play.
Okay. Yeah, doesn't it score quite high as well?
I don't remember.
I think I know the numbers are big. It is on your Spike 2 screen, LCD screen, but I think
Right.
it's a real style. But the way the numbers are displayed,
Right,
kind
like
of makes
visually,
it look like
it looks
it's
like a real.
an EM.
Okay.
All right, so for tournament player, I honestly don't have a ton of time on this game, so I'm gonna kind of hand everything off to you somewhat. All I know are Sea Witch rules. I guess that is the one thing that I do know is that you can, I think, hold in the left flipper before you hit start and play old school, or it's probably hold down both flippers, access the menu on the game, and you can play with old Sea Witch rules.
So I haven't spent enough time on this to know how nuanced the rule set is, but I do know that there was like a 3 or 6 month period where this game was really hot on the tournament side of things. I think I remember either a conversation with or on stream, Ray Day pointing out that he really wanted to get one of these in house so he could spend some more time with it.
Okay.
So I think there's a lot more going on than maybe initially meets the eye.
Sure.
Decepticon thing.
I guess the first thing that kind of comes to mind, I'm probably skipping off of the casual tourney progression style of questioning that we're usually doing here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first impression that I pull away from this is that a lot of, as far as a band pin is concerned, this is a banger for a lot of people. A lot of people wanted Beatles, but not this era of Beatles.
Yeah.
They didn't want the Fab Four. They wanted the
Yellow Submarine.
the Yellow Submarine or Abbey Road.
Yep.
They didn't want the Fab Four, but the Fab Four is what we got. Fab Four era.
And licensing wise, they could have done Yellow Submarine. I think Gomez talked about they had either Fab 4 or Yellow Submarine as options, and they chose Fab 4.
Okay. I mean, it sort of makes sense. I don't know. You could have gone either way for me. As a tribute to Sea Witch, I think Yellow Submarine would have been a little bit more suited for it.
Sure.
Both underwater themes in a way. But that the Fab Four part of it is just kind of it's a miss for me as well.
Yep.
I don't know. That's just the first thing that pops out. I think from what I remember, because I have very, very little time on this game, I think they did do some very crazy stuff with the rules. And also another unique thing about this game is it's a modern pinball machine without any ramps.
Very true. No ramps, LCD. That combination kind of reminds me of Total Nuclear Annihilation.
Yeah, and it'll probably remind you of another pin that we have coming up, but that's a lot further down the line here. Anything else we want to say about Beatles?
I don't think so. No. It's
Okay.
a fun game. Oh, I want to say one thing. There's a crowd cheering always while you're playing this game.
Oh.
And that gets really irritating.
Okay, fair enough. That's why I wear headphones. So, next up on the list, before you look at it, we are now in January of 2019. This year was actually the heaviest year for Spike 2s. We actually had 5 different Spike 2s
5 Spike
come out in
2s.
2019. What do you think the first one was?
Was it Jurassic Park?
No, but that was in 2019.
Okay.
First one was The Munsters
Oh, okay.
by designer John Borg. Coding team would be Dwight Sullivan, Rick Nagel, and Wei Chang.
I skipped this game.
Yeah, I did too, and we both got our asses kicked on it quite recently at the
Yes, we
Dory
did.
Hill Pinball Campout. Yeah, this game cut me from finals. Did it cut you from finals
It cut
too?
me from well,
Great.
I mean, I played poorly on. What was it? It was Starship Troop. Starship Troopers.
This game gets shit on a lot.
This game does.
It's kind of unique though for Dwight. I mentioned quite a few people in that coding team, but Dwight is mainly credited to the rules and code on this because it's not really all that complex.
Nope.
But at the same time, each little not complex thing has a complex depth to it as well. As somebody else who was actively kicking my ass on the game was telling me during the tournament.
Got it. So there's
I can't
nuance.
explain more than that because I am still mad at it, kind of. But I don't know. I thought the mini playfield. I think it's cool. A lot of people think it's cheap and gimmicky.
Sure.
But I like cheap and gimmicky. You're playing pinball. What the hell are you looking for other than cheap and gimmicky?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, not cheap, I guess, but
I do dig the lower playfield in the same way that I really like a very similar upper playfield in Family Guy and Shrek. I like
with
that.
the smaller ball.
Yeah, with the smaller ball. I like that, but the thing that gets me about this game, or rather I really enjoy, is this to me is the perfection of the Metallica layout. There's like a whole bunch of little minor adjustments, I think, to the geometry that this game can flow so well. And it's simple things like hitting the right orbit sends the ball to the left flipper, and if you just flip perfectly, you hit that right ramp beautifully, which comes down and feeds the right flipper. You hit the left orbit and do the same thing, comes back to the right flipper, and if you hit it just like at the natural sweet spot as it's coming down, you hit that left ramp perfectly.
I don't know. You're saying Metallica vibes. It is to John Borg, and I don't know how different this one is. I'm actually getting really strong Monster Bash vibes.
Okay.
You have Frank in the same spot. You have a scoop in the same spot. You have ramps on either side. Wolfman is even the orbit.
Sure. Interesting. I never caught the symmetry with Munsters. I'm just looking at the right ramp, left ramp. You've got something in the center with like a little bash toy and a magnet on it.
It's a little off center though. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Metallica is dead
pretty much
center
dead
for the
center.
bash
Yeah.
toy. I guess Guardians of the Galaxy grew dead center as
Yep.
well. So this one's just a little off kilter. Which you'd think it being if it is in fact inspired by Monster Bash, you'd think it would be a Gomez game, but no, it's a Borg.
It's a Borg. Well, it has the double inlane to Borg outlane right here, frustrating many people.
All right, so I guess unless you have more to say about it, I don't know how well we can cover it for casual tourney or progression. I mean,
Nope.
we both got our asses kicked on it during tournament play. But that's not to say that it's not a good tournament game. We just don't know how to play it very well, maybe.
Yeah. I can't really add much there.
Okay. General impression overall?
Meh.
Yeah, meh.
It's not a theme I care about. The layout seems like it's just another derivative layout. The rule set is, I think it's built more simply for the target audience of being an older generation.
I think it ends up feeling a little wood choppy in the same way that Deadpool kind of does, just without the fun.
Yep. Easy to get to Monster Madness. And yeah, this isn't a game that I'm ever excited to play.
Sure. Okay. Enough said.
Cool.
Next up on the list for 2019. Now we've moved on from January into April. What do you think came out in April of 2019?
What about Steve Ritchie's part 3 of his? I can't think of what that's called.
You're on the right track.
Dark
here.
Knight, Black Knight. There we go.
Black Knight Sword of Rage. That's absolutely right. April 2019. Designer Steve Ritchie. Coding team, just Tim Sexton.
That is just Tim. And I think this was Tim's first lead, actually.
Yeah. And I think he got a lot of compliments for what he did with the coding set. We did have a copy at Pinball Jones for quite a while, quite a few years, and it was the same copy that you all can see on the screen here, which was I think we actually had an LE, but the premium and LE are just quickly moving straight to the general impression, dog shit. They are not fun because you just can stay up in the upper playfield all day. I think famously, this game was put into one of the tournaments. I don't quite remember which one, and it took like 2 hours for a 2-player game to get done on this because the players just kept sending it back to the upper playfield. The Pro, though, you've had the Pro.
Yes.
And you like it, right?
I think this is great. I think it's weird that this game, I think, requires the topper in order for it to achieve the awesome factor.
Yeah, totally. It's a little interesting because, Black Knight 2000 both had the upper playfield. That's kind of what made them recognizable a little bit more so than I would say the upper playfields made them recognizable more so than the MagnaSave, right? Because that was the first game with the MagnaSave.
Yeah.
Was the original Black Knight. Even though this still has it doesn't have it on both sides.
Yep.
And it's seemingly a little tougher to use too. But yeah, Pro is the way to go. Brutal game.
It is an incredibly brutal game. The further you progress in Black Knight in all of them, but specifically on the Pro that doesn't have the safety of the upper playfield, the further you progress in the game, the more often you're forced to hit the Black Knight. So the game forces you to hit the awful scary shots.
Yeah.
The further you make it into the game, and it feels a tad unfair, but it's also thematically on point. Like you're fighting somebody.
Skipping ahead a little bit, I wish Dungeons and Dragons was a little bit better at doing that. So yeah, I think it had a lot of good things going for it. I guess I didn't cover. I believe this one is archived.
It is archived. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can cover the archive since you're pulling them up here, so our audience can see it. Let's see here. So along those lines, how is it for casual players? Probably not great, huh?
Not great for casual players.
Okay.
It's an incredibly brutal game, and it makes fun of you.
But for tournament, on the other hand, it's fantastic.
What makes it fantastic for tournaments?
The fact that it doesn't take forever in a day, as long as we're still talking about the Pro.
Sure.
Or our preferred.
Let's just skip
model.
The premium and LE.
Yeah. Nobody likes the premium and LE, or very few do. But Yeah, it's kind of a brutal game, and it can be very high scoring as well, as long as you're hitting your shots, as long as you're surviving those dangerous shots that you have to hit, which
are very
means
dangerous.
that it's going to take skill to do that. So this is a game that very much tests your skill.
Yes. Really quick, Wicked City Gaming, welcome back. Thank you so much for that raid earlier. Also, Stars into Dreams. This is a Basement Dads podcast episode, and Paul has us going through all of the Spike 2s.
Yeah, this is Spike 2, the end of an era. There are no more Spike 2s coming out, so we are covering all 28 Spike 2 systems that came over the course of the last 9 years.
Yep.
Just
we're
very
at Black Knight.
briefly, title, date that it was released, team in general with designer and coding team, and our opinions on it.
Yep.
So as briefly as possible, because we can both be a little long-winded sometimes.
What?
So or maybe not long-winded, but more so distracted.
Yeah. Standout feature on this, by the way, has to be the Black Knight, but I'm also willing to point out that it's the most amazing topper of all time.
It is the most amazing topper. I'm not a topper guy, but this one kicks ass.
Yep.
For sure. Constantly making fun of you. It has scared the shit out of me before. Like, I remember when you had it years ago in your other garage, and it was just making fun of me, and I couldn't play.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's awesome for that sense, because, even though I did bad, I had a great time doing it.
Also, fun fact is that the Bare Naked Ladies frontman does a lot of the call-outs in this game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So what was the main feature for you, though? The main toy? Was it the
either the knight...
captive ball mace? Since it's spinning around constantly, I don't think we've seen that toy again.
Yeah, I guess I would go for that as being the primary toy. I don't know. You could also argue the Magna Save and also the shield that comes down that blocks that shot. Like that.
Yep.
That's fun.
It's very fun. Usually we get drop down targets in place of things like that, but instead this shield pops up.
Well, and it's thematically on point. Once again, you are battling the Black Knight. He's right there on the play field, and he's throwing the ball back at you and blocking you from being able to lock a shot.
Stars into Dreams wants to know if this one's vaulted. I believe this one's
Yes.
archived.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
archived. So, meaning that it is vaulted would mean that there's a chance that Stern would bring it back. Archived means that it is
Forever done.
They hung that jersey in the rafters, never to come back. All right, so next up on the list here, I will. Do you want to continue to do the guessing game, or you want me to just tell you?
Yeah, just tell me.
All right, you already guessed it before.
Jurassic Park.
It's Jurassic Park, August of 2019. Designer Keith Elwin and coding team would be Rick Nagel. Once again, those two are two peas in a pod. And this one is our earliest main game on Stern's website. So it is still available for purchase. New in box.
Is. Oh, this game is so great, but
only
not this
6
version.
years old.
Where's the 30th, man? I want to pull up the 30th edition flyer.
Yeah, we're not, by the way, we're not, out of these 28 pins, these are 28 unique titles. So the 30th is not
It's not in here.
any different from the previous one. It might not be under main, though. I don't know. It might not be in there at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's in here.
Unfortunate.
All right, well.
So what's unique about Jurassic Park?
Oh God, I could go on forever about what makes this game unique. I'm gonna point out one thing by talking about three things.
Okay. As you usually do.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, but there is a toy which is right here that the direction the Nada Jeep is pointing is the direction you are going on the playfield. So you have a toy whose direction changes the progression you make going towards Visitor Center for one of the three paths on Jurassic Park. At the same time, the LCD of this game often puts you in a first-person perspective driving the Nada Jeep. So the LCD, the toy, and the playfield all immerse you into this idea of you being a character driving around Nublar, the island of Nublar, and it's immersive to me in a way that no other game has ever achieved. This is the first time I came across that.
All right. You love this game so much that I'm going to let you continue while I go pee. Because I do have to pee.
Okay, cool. So to me, that's the standout thing. I do love this game. I'm also going to point out then for casual gamers, I don't think this is a great game. Casual, I made the mistake of recommending this as a game that is enjoyable for new players, but allows you to grow into it. And I think that makes sense if you have a 3 to 5 game game room very quickly. If this is your solo only game, this is not a great starting pin. And I have that just from experience. I have people who were very unhappy with pinball after playing this game over and over because it can be brutal. But man, once you get there, this game can flow like a champ. And I love every second of playing it. In tournament play, this game is great for tournaments. You can go Raptor as a particular route. You can go for progression towards Visitor Center. There's a massive bonus you can get. And that bonus gets multiplied heavily by the number of fossils you end up recovering by doing certain things. The progression on this game also is it's right up there with Iron Maiden for me. There is 3 primary tracks that you have to complete in order to get to Escape Nublar. Escape Nublar is its own mini game. You get 3 new balls. It's awesome. On top of that, it's not easy, and that still isn't the end of the game. You have to beat all of the mini wizard modes. You then have to beat Escape Nublar in order to get to When Dinosaurs Roam the Earth. So there's achievable. There is, I get to Escape Nublar very rarely, but I do eventually get there. And then there's When Dinosaurs Roam the Earth, and the stars all have to align perfectly for that to happen. And I have yet to get to When Dinosaurs Roam the Earth. So for me and where I'm at in my pinball journey and my skills, this game is perfection. And on top of everything else, it's a fun theme. Like to me, Jurassic Park is dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are awesome. I don't know. As a kid who grew up loving all of the dinosaur movies, but let's go with The Land Before Time as being one of the first movies I remember watching hundreds of times. This game hits a nice little spot even at the theme. So, Paul, what are your overall thoughts on Jurassic Park as somebody who maybe doesn't think this game shits diamonds?
Yeah, this is our first divisive game between you and me. Just us personally. It's only just starting to grow on me a little bit, but I think it wants to be flowy and isn't. Yeah. Most copies, I think you're going to find out there a little bit of a clunk fest. It's got this 5-way combo or 5-way skill shot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's like
4-way, I think.
Is it 4-way?
So there's a
8-shot
6-way
A
combo.
shot to the side ramp to the O shot 4-way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can count on one hand how many friends of mine who play pinball relentlessly have that achievement. One of them got it very, very recently and has been playing for years.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wants to be flowy, but it's not. The truck toy is super cool, but for any casual player, it's confusing as hell because you look at the captive ball, you don't look at the direction of the truck. It's another pinball in the playfield that's moving around. I'm going to look at the playfield, not the toy above it. And I think it can be a little bit linear too.
For sure, it ends up feeling very linear over time.
But I mean, at the same time, it's not the worst thing ever. It's still a Keith Elwin
Yep.
It's still Keith Elwin and Rick Nagel. So it's, there's a lot of cool things in the code to help me out along the way and slowly grow on me over time, I guess. So I don't hate it. It's not my favorite Keith Elwin though.
Okay.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's my. Is it my least favorite Keith Elwin game?
Avengers?
I think it might be my least favorite Keith Elwin game.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, that's they're all good, guys. All right. I'm not trying to. But yeah, I do play favorites with it. Overall though, where should that be it? You talked for quite a while on it.
I'm good. It's
Okay.
the greatest game ever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next on the list here.
Thank you, Jay Mizzle.
Let's see. We are now on. That was halfway through 2019. So next.
Wow.
Yeah. Next up, we have October of 2019. It's Elvira's House of Horrors. Designer Dennis Norman, coder Lyman F. Sheets Jr.
Is that? Yeah, it's vaulted.
It is vaulted. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I'm almost surprised it's not archived for some reason. Well, I guess they just released the Blood Red Kiss edition.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
yeah, vaulted as well. Let's see here.
This edition, by the way, is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a big fan of this game, but this version is amazing.
All right. So what's unique about Elvira's House of Horrors?
Wow, I can't get a sheet that actually
There you go.
shows
That's
the gameplay. There we go.
I would say the mansion in the middle.
Yeah, mansion's cool.
It's been a while since we've had an enormous toy in the middle that tells you what mode you're about to play, or that you are playing, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. This game, I know, is really fun to play for points because there's a lot of like or clever manipulation you can do. But this layout is kind of basic, which is always really surprising.
McGruber says it has 4 LEs. That's unique. Yeah, I guess that is pretty unique.
That is very unique.
Yeah, let's let chat handle this one for once. When you plunge, the light strobes and makes the ball look like it's moving in frames. Oh, I didn't realize that.
I did not realize that either.
Okay. Top tier theme, mid play, says Aqua Toast. You should play ours at Pinball Jones. I think ours does not play forever. A lot of copies out there do. I had to tune ours up to ours played really brutal for a long time.
It was incredibly brutal for a while. Made me hate this game, and you made it easier.
Yeah, I made it fun.
Sure.
That's I'm not. My goal is to never make a game easier or harder. The goal is to make it fun and make it close to what the designer was going for. Because a lot of times you do have that straight out of box adjustments that you need
Sure.
to do. So yeah, I made it more fun. Which was my goal. So yeah, I really like the way you can blow up your score after finishing a mode with the trailer trash.
I do like trailer trash.
I like how that works. A lot of times I kind of scoff at multiplier stuff, but I guess that's doubling your score if you get 100% hurry up by hitting the left and right ramp to juice it from 50 to 75, then 100. But you still have to do it. So, and it's easy to either miss it and time it out or drain and not get it at all.
Stars into Dreams asking a good question. What are some of the common straight out of the box adjustments?
On this one in particular, the left orbit on our House of Horrors would feed directly if you hit the right orbit, the way the ball would feed coming out of the left orbit would send it directly into the left sling and out of control. That was one thing. I want to say another might have been if you open up the crypt, that dead end shot on the right side. If you open it up, it's a little scoop that it falls into, and it'll shoot it out across the the play field from the right side directly into. Can you scroll down and take a look at the stand-ups?
Yep.
Yeah, so it would hit the stand-ups. I think there was something weird about that where sometimes it would like hit the upper post of those. Yeah, just in general, it was mainly that left feed, coming out of that left feed into, because I mean that it feeds out of there a lot. Anytime you get like a virtual lock, even like if you're playing in a 2-player game, player 1 locked 2 balls but didn't start the multi-ball, and now you're locking balls, it's just going to feed out of there constantly. And if it's always feeding into a sling, it's bad news.
I'm going to add, I had 3 issues with the one that I rented. So first, the ramp, the one that goes up and down, so it kicks out of the cellar, that broke shortly after getting it, and that stops you from being able to progress in the game at all if that doesn't go up and down consistently. And to fix that, we had to take apart the entire mansion. And that took like 4 hours. It was that alone was rough. Also, the little gargoyles that pop up would sometimes get stuck.
Yep. Yeah, that's another thing too.
And also the deadhead crypt sometimes doesn't rotate and open appropriately. Like it lost. It thought it was providing a drop target or a lock shot, but instead it was a drop target. Like it lost its
it would
position.
get confused on the state that it was in, because it does have 3 different states. There's the gate that you're seeing in the picture now, where it's completely open, where it drops into a scoop, and then there's another bash toy where it's a skeleton head as well.
Yeah, and it just loses what state it's currently in. So those 3 issues, actually, because I had it in-house for 3 months, made me... It actually sat for a month unplayed because I just wasn't having fun with the game.
There is another very, very common issue with the game, and this game went nuts on opto switches.
Okay.
So it's an opto spinner, first off. So that thing will just rip for days and days. And the ramps are also optos. I have no idea why, and they can break all the freaking time too, where it'll just be point dumping constantly.
Okay.
Real quick though, Captain Spam, voice work by Tim Kitzrow. That's a great point. Got to give it that. That's the guy that did Boom Shakalaka.
Right.
And above that here, Stars in a Dream wants to know how I'm adjusting though. There's a great video that you can find on YouTube by Hurry Up Pinball. Just search Hurry Up Pinball and Elvira House of Horror adjustments, and you'll find exactly what I found and did.
Okay.
Yeah, overall, I think for casual, it can be a little tough because the way the lighting the mode that you want to play in the house windows. Let's say a casual said, "Oh, I played this mode where everything was lit. I want to do that again, only with a multi-ball this time." And how to get to that mode again is not going to be something that they can solve on their own very quickly, I think. Mm-hmm. Especially with the fact that you have to offset the lit window by 1 when you have a trapped ball. But most casuals are probably not trapping balls anyways. I think it's a great tournament game, though. And progression, I think, is kind of awesome. Just to cover all 3 real quick.
Yeah.
Any disagreements?
Nope.
Okay.
I enjoy playing this game. Trying to think of what I don't like about it. Honestly, I think the stigma of having it in-house and being so excited to play it, and it just never worked well consistently. Sure. And what's funny is I was renting it at the same time that the Black Rose edition or whatever the special edition was that came out. And I went to Wonderland to go play in a tournament, and they had just got their Blood Red Kiss edition, but it broke on day 1 and it was just sitting in the back. And so I talked with the owner. I'm like, can I just look at it? I want to see how awesome it is. Like, it looks amazing if only it wasn't broken all the time.
Sure. Yeah. No, I think it's, I want to say it's a game that belongs on an arcade that has a dedicated tech team.
Sure.
MacGruber is also saying, brings up a great point here. It's a fantastic game, but so much can go wrong. It makes me sad when people say it's bare and has nothing in it. It's so loaded. 5 physical ball locks, just things you can't see. I like the point about the 5 physical ball locks, MacGruber, because it's coded in there very, very well when you get to Gappa Angry. Have you ever gotten to Gappa Angry before, George?
I don't know.
To get to Gappa Angry, it's one of those things that's going on in the background. You just need switch hits. It has nothing to do with modes or hurry ups or anything like that.
Okay.
And so it's just switch hits. I guess multi-balls will help you get to switch hits, right? But after so many, I want to say like 1,500 switch hits in the game, you'll finally light Gappa Angry. And when Gappa Angry starts, you have like 1 shot to hit, and then it'll lock a ball somewhere. And then 2 shots to hit, and then it'll lock a ball somewhere in a different spot.
Right. And they are, by the way, here's under the house on the left side. There's the cellar under the ramp. There's in the house. There is the crypt, and then there's also over here.
Trunk.
Yeah, in the trunk, which is, I think, impossible to hit directly.
Yeah, you're going to luck into it.
It is
it's
a
not,
luck into lock.
Yeah, it'll be a ricochet
of
some kind, and probably not a purposeful one. You have 2x and 4x scoring, which you get by hitting the 6 stand-ups on 3 on the left, another 3 on the right. If you get all those lit in one ball, it'll light one of your lanes that you can switch back and forth by flipping. For 2x, if you hit them all 6 again while you have your 2x going, it'll turn into 4x.
Nice.
So, yeah, there's some crazy multipliers there, but not easily achieved. I think that kind of covers House of Horrors.
Yeah, and sorry, who did the code on this? What's his name? Lyman did, and this was his last game with Stern, correct?
I think so. I can double check that real quick, though.
I think that's the case.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Oh,
that's right. The trunk opens on the ramp. There's the sneak in, but otherwise the trunk does open on the ramp.
Yes. Yeah, and that's where you're probably going to lock your ball.
Yep.
Yes, last Lyman game with Stern.
I do want to take a short break really quick.
Okay.
I know that we're running so far behind.
Right. Is this the rejected one?
Yeah,
My nose is huge in this thing.
So I wanted to make a new logo. I'm like, our logo, we put it together pretty quick. AI has come has come along. I'm going to take a picture that I posted to Facebook recently, and you, Paul, posted something just today. So I just froze your video at a point where you were smiling and just took a little screenshot, posted it in there, and I got this awesome logo. And then I'm like, well, wait a second. We can step this up. Make it vaporwave, and can you add some banisters to the background? So this is what it did afterwards, and I'm like, I hate this. I don't
look like Groucho Marx in this.
Yeah. That one's kind of interesting. And then I'm like, I don't know. Can you make it more anime? I'm like, okay, that's cool, but it took my mustache away, and also
What
the
mustache?
banisters. I have a mustache that it's not a big mustache, but it connects to the beard. Let's go. Gonna add to my library. Yeah, Jay Mizzle. I just we had 7 episodes up, and I canceled what's it called? My subscription to Buzzsprout, and it got rid of all of our episodes. I just thought it was gonna archive them. That's not the case. So I've got to re-upload everything. And then I said, all right, the host on the right has a beard and a mustache that connect. So it gave me this, but it did this weird thing over here on the left with the banisters. And I'm like, I want to get rid of that. And also, what did I say next? Also, I'm like, can you make the host on the right a little bit more muscular? Because I work out a lot, and
I don't have any teeth.
Yeah, and you don't have any teeth. I loved this one, and I Jay-Z came in and I'm like, what do you think? I don't think that's me. And she goes, no, your neck's not that big. I'm like, okay, fine. So can you make the host a little bit less muscular on the right?
And it took away your mustache
And it
again.
took away my mustache again. So going back down, finally got the new one. Yes, J Mizzle, AI slop for sure. This is the one that we're currently using right now. It's okay.
I like them all. I think it's hilarious.
I honestly, at the beginning, I thought you were going to love this one.
Oh, I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. So I have a weird, like, random superpower with my nose where I can inward flare and outward flare. I can either make my nose super tiny or super huge.
That's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah. So, and this just caught me in a moment of the Instagram reel I was doing earlier today, pbj.pinballjones on Instagram, where I was doing a goofy game show host smile. So, yeah, all of our tournaments are styled after game shows. I ripped off the Price is Right logo and slapped our name on it. So, yeah, I'm a hack is what it's coming down to.
Yep.
Is what I'm getting at. But that is a very accurate representation of my jacket, and also, the whole getup that I'm wearing there is 100% it.
Yep. It nailed it in many ways. I'm just catching up with chat. We've got a couple suggestions. This is AI slop. It absolutely is AI slop. Wolfman saying, "Where's the emo version?" I kind of want to try an emo version.
Keep going with it.
Hold on, we're gonna see what happens.
Maybe we'll just have a different logo every podcast.
Make the hosts more emo. Awesome. Yeah, we'll have some fun with that. Volpes pointing out maybe we could pay money to a real artist. Volps, hey, we're having fun here. Just a little bit. At the same time, my cousin is an artist who I paid a good chunk of money to for all of my Death Lab art. In general, when we get serious about logos and whatnot, typically go to artists. We're just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah, this is just last minute type of thing. For sure.
No reason to bring out the pitchforks. We're just enjoying ourselves, okay? Oh my god, I also want a kaiju version as well. Yeah. Y'all, using these tools, they're available, and I pay a monthly fee to Chat GPT in order to use it for all kinds of different things. We're just enjoying ourselves. Cool. So catching back up, where are we?
Where are we on the list of Spike 2s? The end of an era here. All right, so we just wrapped up October of 2019. Next up on the list is December of 2019, the last of the 5 in 1 year. So lucky for us, while we're talking about it, there's not another 5 in 1 year like there was in 2019.
Okay.
But the final pin of 2019 was Stranger Things.
All right.
The return of Brian Eddy as a designer and coding team. Also Brian Eddy, Lonnie Ropp, and Mike Vinicor.
Wait a second. Is it? Oh my god! It's still being built right now.
Yeah, it's in Maine, dude. They did vault it for a little bit there, but they brought it back.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna show off the LE version of this, just because it's.
Yeah, it's a great point. I think the standout feature of this is projections.
Yes.
Just lighting. I guess it might be more appropriate to say lighting in general.
Ooh,
because we have UV lighting.
Yes. The secret that nobody caught. This was released with hidden artwork on it that nobody caught.
Why would they do that?
That
Why
was
would
so
they
cool.
even do? It was cool, but that didn't make them any money.
Well.
It cost them money to do it, and then people bought it and said this game plays like dog shit.
Yeah, it sucked that the rule set wasn't caught up, but they sold out instantaneously in every run of the special lights to activate. In fact, Penn Stadium made a lot of money making their lights because they could build more of them, evidently, than Stern, the billion-dollar company, could.
Okay. First impressions, at least on the earlier copies, because I believe now that it's no longer vaulted, they have made a few minor changes to some mechs on it. You can find, if you take a look on Pinside, you can find all sorts of forums talking about how to fix the Demogorgon, and I can tell you personally, they're all wrong. They're all the wrong way to fix the Demogorgon.
Okay.
It's kind of a simple fix. You got to do a lot of the same stuff. Just buy the new version. That is the simplest fix. Maybe the most expensive one if you already have one, though. So if you have one that's not working, where you can hit it into the Demogorgon mouth, chances are is that the Demogorgon is probably sitting a little too high. You can find out if you take a slow motion video, which most cameras I think will take a slow motion video. For most phone cameras, I should say, will take a slow motion video for you. So I noticed that ours was hitting the bottom lip of the Demogorgon and flying up, and that kind of made it all happened so fast. So to the naked eye, it actually looked like the Demogorgon was sitting too low, because you would always see the ball just end up at the top of the mouth and just not go in, but it was the opposite of that. So yes, you do have to remove the Demogorgon toy. There is on the bottom of the mold, there's kind of where the chest gets cut off. It's sitting on a little hex post there. Remove the hex post, either replace it with an even smaller hex post, or what I did was just take a couple of nuts and put that in place of the hex post. And so now it's sitting just ever so slightly lower, and it goes in the mouth from either flipper with a well-timed shot.
Do you know how they fixed it with the new run?
The same way?
Nope.
Oh.
The hole is so much bigger.
Oh, okay.
So the actual Demogorgon hole is larger.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense to me for them to do that, because you can't rely on, like, that's a daunting task to remove the main toy from a game.
Yep.
Whether you own it at home or you're a technician, it's gonna take you some time.
It slows progression. So it's funny when we get into for casual progression and tourney players, the progression side of it, this game was kind of, I owned it and I got to so close to the end so many times, but I could never beat all 5 of the Demogorgons, because I never could sink one. I could never actually defeat it by hitting it through the Demogorgon.
Okay.
I got one of the new builds with the larger Demogorgon, and within, I want to say 3 weeks, I had finally beaten the game.
Gotcha. McGruber here saying that they actually updated it with a set screw, an adjustable set screw. You can actually kind of do the same thing on your Star Wars. A lot of people don't know about that with the Death Star on your Star Wars Premium.
Oh, interesting.
The ramp, yeah, you can adjust it up and down with a set screw.
Okay, got it. So it's adjustable now.
So if it's not, I think all of them were always adjustable. There was a lot of videos, YouTube videos, where Steve Ritchie was talking about the different things you could adjust on your Stern Pinball, and all those videos are gone now. They've all been taken down. I don't know why, outside of the fact that he's no longer with the company. But I don't see why that would be a reason to take it down. All right. So also the other thing that didn't work on the game famously was on your Premium and LE was the telekinetic lock.
Yeah.
Very cool concept.
Never works.
If it worked, it would be a very cool concept.
Not even on the rerun where they fix things is the telekinetic lock consistent enough to not just disable
It's still
it.
not? Okay.
It's still not.
Shucks.
Yep.
All right. Well, it looked good on paper, guys.
Yep.
How do you feel about, did we cover all the things? The tournament?
Oh, we didn't talk
casual?
about tourney play.
Okay. I think it's a good tournament play. Once again, it's as a tournament director, I like games that are shorter.
Sure.
And this game is kind of brutal. A lot of people scoffed at it because, it's just Attack from Mars.
Right.
Right? I think Attack from Mars can be a longer playing game than this one can.
Sure.
Once again, it needs a lot of adjustments. And if you want to look up the adjustments to make this one a little bit more fun, there's a lot of times the feed coming out of the left orbit, just like on Elvira's House of Horrors, will feed directly into the left sling. Kind of the same, something similar happens on the right side too, where it can hit a sling and just go out of control. Then, a lot of times we've already discussed the adjustment for the Demogorgon mouth, a lot easier on a newer copy. And then I'm not sure if this was a design choice or not, but the saucer on the left side, you can adjust the hood of that saucer to make it hit the burn it back shot.
Ah, you did do that.
Yes, I did, because I think it's much more friendly that way. In fact, the way I have ours set up is, first, if that rightmost drop target is up, it'll hit that. If that rightmost drop target is down, then it'll go through the burn it back.
Okay.
So all of those adjustments, though, once again, there's a YouTube video for it, and you'll want to look up Chuckwort for that one.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a great video talking about all that stuff. He's doing it live too. It's a live stream that he's just saying, "Hey, it's this and that."
Eric spent a lot of time getting his LE
It's a
mostly
fantastic
functional.
video too. Eric's the shit.
Yeah. Overall, what are your thoughts on Stranger Things?
I wish I liked it more than I do. I don't hate it. I don't hate any of these pins. Any pin's a good pin. Maybe Munsters so far of everything that we
maybe
discussed.
Munsters
That's
least.
probably the bottom of my list. But I mean, I can every once in a while I can crack a billion on it. It's not unheard of. If I really wanted to focus on this game next week, I could crack a billion on it for sure. But also I guess famously I play better one-handed. I've played in tournaments on this one-handed, and I decided to stop making people cry. So I just play normal now. But
Okay.
it was kind of a kicking your dick in the dirt, like on such a brutal game, and this guy's playing one-handed and kicking your ass on it. But I played better one-handed than I played with two hands. I don't know. Maybe it's just a way to slow the ball down mentally.
Redanded. Can confirm that. One-handed Paul was a killer.
Yeah. That's Dan, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
all
the
right.
redanded.
Yeah.
This was a very fun wizard mode to get to, and then of course the snowball afterwards was a very pleasant surprise. It integrates the theme perfectly with it. They had all of the assets for the first two seasons. I think this game nails it. I think it does it. It does everything it wanted to. It's a lot of fun to play, and the wizard mode on one of the newer versions of this with an achievable Demogorgon is not unobtainium. So I like it. I think it's good.
I think if it's missing anything, it's some like 80s jammers. And I
Okay.
know that's a licensing thing.
Sure.
That's a little tough to snag after, arguably Netflix's best original series. Probably not cheap license to get.
Yep.
But yeah, if it had some 80s tunes in there, that really kind of go a long way for me.
I think so. If they could go back, now this is my wish list. I would want Running Up the Hill.
Yeah,
Obviously.
exactly.
Yeah.
Running up that ramp.
Yeah, very funny. I want to throw out, I'm sorry, Paul, but what year are we at?
We are at the very end of 2019.
So we've got a few more pins to go through. Homegrown just rated us with 14 viewers, and it's midnight. We're about halfway done at this point, and I cannot go until 2 a.m.
Okay.
This might have to become a two-parter.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
All right, so
Wait. You gotta. This is an incredibly important level. And we're gonna have to take a break for this. I'm sorry.
okay. Well, we have one more pin to go before we're officially halfway.
Oh wow, we're
これを
not.
返せ
No.
さもないと後悔するぞ
You can hear this.
おい一人
Yes.
何ができる
Homegrown.
誰が一人だと言った
Welcome. Thank you so much for getting us to level 3.
You should know that a man with the power of nature can bring you to the end of your life. And you should know by my smile and the look in my eyes that you are about to be massively forced together. Chicken attack, chicken attack. Watch your back before it fades to black. Say my love, harmless, but then you are no chicken attack. Go chicken go, go chicken go, now gonna fly, you on the sky.
We're not done yet, folks. There's so much more to celebrate. Homegrown was playing Jaws. Homegrown, by the way, thank you so much for that raid.
You are never alone, and you can't live alone.
Jay Missile, I love Jaws.
Every beast, every tree follows me to the end, and you're about to be massively chicken attack, chicken attack.
We only got one more to go.
Before it fades to black, say my love harmless, but then you are no chicken attack. Go chicken go, go chicken go, now gonna fly, you on the sky.
Homegrown, my hat's off to you. Thank you again. If you're just joining us, Paul and I are running a Basement Dad's Pinball podcast. We'll try this again. Paul and I are running a Basement Dad's Pinball podcast episode, and Paul suggested we go through a last ditch effort to review all of the Spike 2s, knowing that Spike 3 is coming out next week, and Paul and I are headed to Chicago to be there for the media event at Stern. So expect lots of videos, lots of pictures, lots of chats as we get to play with the new Star Wars game on Wednesday next week at Stern. Yeah, we're super excited.
And judging by the time and the fact that we're not even halfway through this list, no more Spike 2s, folks. It's the end of an era. So we might have to record the second half of this during the drive from Colorado to Chicago. Totally doable with the, 16-hour drive?
It's a 13 hour. Yeah,
13.
we'll go 13-hour drive.
All right. Well, I say we're not halfway through it, but this would maybe we're gonna do the last one of the last half of it, I guess.
Okay.
But thematically or chronologically, I should say, it would be an appropriate time to do a gap because we just ended with Stranger Things, December of 2019. What happened next, George?
Is it Turtles?
It's COVID.
Oh,
COVID happened.
yes.
All
In
right.
that case, I think it was Turtles.
Yeah, it was Turtles in June of 2020. So there's kind of a big gap there between December 2019 and June of 2020. So I mean, if you really want to, we could take a nice little COVID break. Who knows? Hey, and given our schedule, who knows when you'll hear the next podcast, guys?
Right. So,
All right, June
I want to do
2020.
Turtles. Let's
John Borg on design, Dwight Sullivan, Dean Grover, and Corey Stupp, along with Mike Vinacore for the coding team. What's unique about this game? I would probably say the spinning disc that everybody fucking hates.
Let me think about that for a second. I'm gonna go with the truck. The turtle van.
Turtle van.
Yeah. Also, this is the first time I've ever. Okay, here talking about unique. The van gets preloaded with balls. Like when on the premium and LE, it actually
okay.
like whenever you start it.
So there's always a ball in there.
There's always 3 balls in there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it shoots 3 balls into the van, and it has 8 balls instead of 6, as McGruber is pointing out.
All right. I guess another thing that's unique about it, it's kind of
Maybe it's 4 balls.
It's kind of low scoring. Numbers
it is low scoring. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It also came out at 1.0 code. I think this was the last game that Stern released.
At 1.0.
At 1.0. I don't know if there were any before it, but there certainly weren't any after it because it's a great license that tanked.
It did not do well. Some of it was COVID. I think some of it honestly has to do with low scoring. And it's a brutal game.
It's not even low scoring that bothers me. It feels like I did things and didn't get points and did other things and got more points than I should have.
Yeah, there's so many points in multi-ball.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I can hit that side ramp 15 times and get nothing. That's not an easy shot to hit.
No, yeah.
And I can just do the pizza eating contest center button.
Yep.
Going like crazy and get a ton of points just for killing TIE fighters. It's not fair, guys.
It's not fair.
Yeah. The layout is brutal. I mean, it's Borg. Are you expecting anything different?
No, you're right. It's brutal. And on top of that, it has the double in lane on the left, and this is so brutal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's too brutal of a game for the theme, in Redanded's opinion, and in the opinion of most other people. It's it's that 80s cartoon, very nostalgic for anyone from mine and George's generation where we grew up on the cartoons. I still have my Ninja Turtles lunchbox that my mom wrote my name on the back of.
I have Shredder as a tattoo.
And it's Saturday morning cartoons that kick your personal ass. And it's like, oh, what? I mean,
yeah, it doesn't match the theme. I think it should have been an easier playing game for sure.
Yeah. I'm wondering if this almost wasn't another theme switcheroo type of thing.
Oh, also Captain Spam
doubt
pointing out the LCD is filled with this like weird CG aesthetic as opposed to the retro like flat art.
Yeah, that was probably another licensing thing as well. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, where the animations didn't fit the art of the rest of the game.
Now, once again, somebody went through and replaced all of the animations in the game with actual references to the cartoon. Step this game up, man.
Yeah,
this game,
big time.
It's still brutal, obviously, but man, I felt so immersed in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles world. I got a couple of things. Somebody said Final Battle is awesome. I'm going to ask, what do you think of this game overall?
In the end, I like it, but when it initially came out, it didn't have all of the things there that make me like it now. Like, once Insider Connected came out, I think this was the first game since Dwight was on the team that had a part of it that carries over from game to game because you can level up each one of your turtles up to level 4 by completing training. So this was the first one of the bunch. First one released of the bunch. I don't know if something else came out earlier than this. I mean, the games that carry progression would be this one, Venom, and D&D, right? Is there anything else?
No, those are. I think those are them.
Okay,
And they're all
so I
Dwight
want to
games.
say the leveling up system was here before Venom came out.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I like that part of it. I think once your turtles are leveled up, the rest of the scoring and code and things that you can do on the game are now fun. I wish you started at full level turtles
Got it.
all the time and could level them up more from there. In a way. So yeah, I in the end like it. When it first came out, I remember when you got it, I was over and you beat the game on that very night.
No.
Yeah, it was that very night. I remember.
I got to. Well, I didn't beat it. I got to final battle.
yeah,
I
you got
never
to final
got
battle.
to Cowabunga.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, beat the game. But yeah, for our purposes, I guess I can't say, well, the code wasn't there because I just said it was at 1.0 code.
Yeah,
but
because it came out with 1.
yeah. So somehow, with as brutal as it was, you were crushing it. The game's immediately way more fun when you can backhand both ramps.
Yes.
I think that's to me that's I want to say that's what John Borg had in mind. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah. Well, let's ask him if he meant for those ramps to be backhandable. I really like this game. Like I know it gets shat upon constantly, but I have a few issues with it. Otherwise, I love it. It's immersed entirely into the game. The modes are somewhat unique. They could be a little bit more unique. I never made it to Cowabunga, so it has that ultimate wizard mode aspect that makes me want to continue playing it. On top of that, the premium version has a diverter that you can control. So it adds another level of complexity to playing the game. My biggest complaint is a minor software bug that I would love for Dwight to fix at some point, which is that in Final Battle, in the game, in the settings, the layer often drops the ball and then it falls out.
Yeah, there's a setting in it.
So there's a setting, but in Final Battle, it ignores that setting, and Final Battle forces you to hit the layer shot go ahead.
If you're in multi-ball, it ignores it.
If you're in multi-ball, it ignores it. And if you're in single ball play in Final Battle, it also ignores it. And
there's no way to physically adjust that side of the playfield either. It's
You tried.
It's a star post.
Yeah. Paul really tried. He got it to be more consistent, but every time I got to Final Battle, every time, guys, and we could go back to all of those streams. I'm sure they're all on YouTube.
I have heard of somebody mention a fix for adjusting the guide in between those lanes, though.
Okay.
But I don't know what it is,
Like
and I can't find it anywhere.
Deborging it.
Yeah. It's there is a way to deborg, and I think.
But it's just a minor, like, that has to be a 5-minute code fix, and Final Battle is achievable consistently.
Yeah, it's listen. This is a dream theme for me, but it's not anywhere close to my favorite pin.
Sure.
But I do like it. It took a little while to grow on me. For a while, I scoffed at it because it was my favorite theme, and it wasn't as fun of a game as I wanted it to be. What I really think it needs is a Lyman Sheets Walking Dead style overhaul, which I think the person in that position for Stern is now Mike Vinicor,
Okay, that would be really interesting.
who was previously on the coding team for this game.
Yeah. Oh, and that was the other thing. The 2x should not be unlimited because you can keep 2x
Yeah.
going forever if you want to.
Yeah,
Take that out.
Exactly.
And I would put more points in mode progression. That's I know at one point Dwight doubled the number of points in each mode, and it still isn't
It wasn't
anywhere
enough.
close to the multi-balls. Yeah.
Yeah. Was not enough. Yeah, just it's very simple. I guess there's an insert for each turtle on a particular shot,
Yes.
but make the ramp worth a hell of a lot more all the time.
That left ramp is, especially.
Well, I'm talking about the side ramp.
Oh, the got it. The middle ramp, I guess.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The game calls that side ramp a center ramp,
Yeah, that's
which is not a center ramp at all. I mean, yes, it's in the center of the other two ramps, but that's not that. Nobody's calling it a center ramp except for you guys.
Now, there is so much about this game that I love. And once again, I feel like I'm immersed in the turtle world when I'm playing it. Honestly, the only thing stopping me from buying it right now is that I'll never be able to sell it. Nobody wants a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I don't know that I'm ready to buy it and never sell it. I just don't have enough space right now.
Sure, and I think it's safe to say that Stern's not really going to be touching it again. It's already archived, right? It's not even vaulted. It's archived, isn't it?
It is. I think it's archived. Yeah. Sorry.
So they're not going back to the well
archived.
here. They're not going to be making any more money off of it. So why mess with the code anymore?
Yeah. I love the art too. I mean, it's Zombie Yeti. Zombie Yeti went in and just did.
The game looks great,
Yeah.
and it's just mean.
It is brutal for a kid's theme.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Jay Missile would buy one right now.
What other questions did we have? Because I think that kind of,
I think we
for
covered
the
it all.
most, wraps it up. Yeah, for casual players, it's not good. For tournament players, it's actually not that short of a player. I collect data on how long games take. Game durations is something that I actively track, and this is not one of our. It's not a shorter player, not anywhere. So when people say, "Oh, well, it's been like 30 minutes. How are they still playing Turtles?" Yeah, they're still playing Turtles. They're just not having any fun doing it. That's the problem. So George and I might be able to find our own way of having fun on the game, but by far and large, the majority of people's are like, "Oh, turtle!" Like if you draw an attorney, everybody in your group's gonna be groaning about it.
It's funny. I love drawing this an attorney though.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because I know what to do.
Because I know what to do, and nobody else likes this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
where's the emo graphic? Yes. There you go. Oh, wow. You lost your glasses. You have a shirt and a tie.
I don't have a mustache. It's not.
No, yeah, you lost.
That's not me. I don't know who that is.
Okay. That definitely is the winner. All right. So switching back to, let's go with this view.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
It missed my mullet too. It should probably be in the.
Yeah, I probably should have the mullet in there.
All right. Yeah. I guess that's it. That's all of them, right? They had a good run, ending with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Spike 2.
And that takes us to that game was actually released during COVID, which may have
It
also
was.
impacted sales.
Probably, yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it was just it was a mismatch of theme and hard
The brutality of it.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was its main shortcoming for most people because it can kind of go any which way. The code can be changed over time, right?
It can. It could.
And it was.
Because it's archived, it seems unlikely that
Yeah, they're not going back to the well.
Yeah,
on that.
they wouldn't go back and change anything there. McGruber pointing out, Paul looks like he walked right into a tree branch.
That
Callback.
happened once.
That's
Yeah.
a wonderful callback. So this here is for a podcast called Basement Dad's Pinball Podcast. Do you own a basement?
I have a garden level condo.
Okay.
Does that count?
No.
I have to go downstairs to put pinball machines in my condo.
Still, okay, not technically a basement. I don't have a
I
basement.
work in a basement.
Okay, cool. Subterranean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big pinball
Okay,
dungeon.
we'll go with that.
type of thing.
Yeah. The podcast should
But
be.
I guess a better question would be, am I a dad?
Yeah, are you a dad?
No.
Okay. So the name is very fitting, obviously.
Yeah.
So podcast, we had 7 episodes out previously. Episode 8 will be out soon. I slowly have to load all of the previous episodes up, but they will make their way back out there, likely over the next couple of months. And we've got this episode. We'll have a follow-up episode. We also have likely a follow-up to going to release. We're leaving on Sunday, back on Thursday night. There's a lot happening here in the very, very near future.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I need to go shopping this weekend and get prepped. I have to make sure I have gear. I need cameras. I need mounts this time because we didn't get like any. We got very off the cuff kind of gameplay. I felt unprepared the last time. I want something a little bit more professional this time, so that way we can not just do a podcast, but also release some edited like YouTube content.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some pretty good content and stuff. All I'm bringing is this guy, and maybe a tripod for it. But I have other cameras that I could bring, but I'm kind of not gonna. Everybody scoffs at the potato cam thing, and I changed minds with what I got on my Samsung camera before. So, because if you guys remember when King Kong came out, there was a lot of people just tearing up the teaser trailer for it with it's so purple and the color's way off and
The artwork is still being.
it's a nothing theme and this and that, and it might still be a nothing theme, but when Godzilla came out, people were saying the same thing.
They didn't like the artwork.
So, and now King Kong is like everybody's way up there. It's way up there. I won't say it's everybody's favorite shooter, but people enjoy shooting it because it's weird and it's really flowy. Like you can just naturally get combos without thinking about it too hard.
Yeah. I'm enjoying my time on King Kong.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm hoping. Do you think Borg learned anything from Metallica Remastered? Because he made quite a few remarks about millimeters.
Yeah, like subtle changes in order to make it better.
Millimeters. So I'm wondering if that opened his eyes to just be like, oh no, it's just we could still fit it in, right? Like
Millimeters.
yeah, you just gotta. Oh, that's not working right. It's millimeters, type of thing. So I'm wondering if this isn't gonna. We're not about to see Borg's flowiest new-ish game. You're skeptical about it being a new game. Is you think he likes to copy,
Yes,
right? Or recycle maybe.
Oh, we are leveling up. Jamone Retro, thank you so much for that follow, and bonjour. We are finishing up this episode of Basement Dad's Pinball Podcast.
Spin a track. We're only halfway through, guys.
Yes.
We just reached COVID times during Spike 2.
But I mean, I would argue some of the best games Stern has ever made. We have yet to review.
Yeah, they were really kind of finding their own. If we're trying to recap the from the tail end of 2016 all the way through 2019 for the Stern Spike 2s, they were finding themselves, I would say.
I think so. And I'm holding out. I still think Uncanny X-Men is going to be a top 10 game eventually, because that layout, it would be it reminds me of oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. I wanted to quote a movie about fudge.
I have a
Jodie
different
Foster.
opinion on this once you remember, but
Jodie Foster's in a movie about aliens, and she ends up Contact. In Contact, the dad says, I don't know if there's life out there, but it would be an awful waste of space. There we go. I'm going to say the same thing about X-Men. I love that layout. It is unique. I love the artwork. That machine looks awesome. I think it plays awesome. As soon as the rules actually catch up with it, with Vinokur behind the scenes, kind of figuring it all out, I think that game's going to be a 10.
Jay Mizzle saying it's not unique. It's an exact copy of Gold Wings.
Is it an exact, or is it just that lower playfield?
I think it's just that lower playfield. There's a lot of figure eights and different other things going on, so maybe not an exact copy, but well, I get what you're saying.
It has similarities to Gold Wings.
Very
for
similar
sure.
on the left.
Yeah.
So my different opinion of this is I see if we compare track records of very first pins with Stern between Jack Danger and Keith Elwin. I think we see a similar trajectory. First one is a little weird and kind of simplistic in a way.
Iron Maiden to Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird and yet fairly still on the safer side.
Okay.
Next one on the list with Jack Danger, that's Uncanny X-Men, and with Keith Elwin, that's did it skip to Jurassic Park? Was that a second one? I think it was.
I think Jurassic Park was second,
Yeah,
then
okay.
Avengers.
All right, so Jurassic Park to me wanted to be floaty, but wasn't as much as it wanted.
Floaty or floaty?
Flowy. Sorry, I did say floaty. I meant flowy. It wanted to be a flow monster, but ended up clunking out a little bit more than it wanted to.
Right now, how much of a flow monster
I'm sure you can, but it has to be set up in a very particular way, which all of them, most of them that you are going to find are not. And then you could say the same thing about X-Men as well, where it wants to be really flowy, but it has to be set up in a very particular way.
Mm-hmm.
And most copies that you find out in the wild are not going to be that set up that particular way, or you could hard nudge the machine and oh no, all the cards fell down from the house, and now it's not playing as great as you want it to.
Yeah, okay.
Or that it's supposed to.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's just the path of a designer, I think. With that, it's not necessarily a criticism. That's why I took the GOAT, right, and kind of a relative newcomer in the designing role.
Sure, with Jack.
And just went side by side with
Got
them.
it. Now I get it. You're comparing Uncanny X-Men to Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
And that there are...
So along those lines, I think you personally are going to think X-Men, X-Men will deliver eventually. I firmly believe that you will eventually be satisfied.
I hope so.
Man, that got sexual.
I hope to make X-Men at some point, like in my dream future, where I have kind of a staple of consistent games that aren't leaving anytime soon. I've got a few on that list, and Jurassic Park, TNA are two games that I just definitely want to have with Iron Maiden, and I think, like, just assuming the code gets there on X-Men, I think X-Men might eventually end up there. And I like how you connected Jurassic Park to X-Men.
No, I firmly believe that the code will get there. Before the fixer guy in the software department at Stern was Lyman, and they put that role now in the hands of Mike Vinokur.
Sure.
And we talked to Mike last time we went to Stern, and he said point blank, I have done something on every Spike 2 game up until Jaws. He didn't have anything to do with Jaws. And because by that point they had him on, they moved him over to the expression lighting kit system.
Right.
And I think he filled that role very well too. He has great ideas. Like there's a reason there's skill shots named after the guy.
Yeah.
So he has great ideas for rules on things that you can do with the layout that you're given. And even though he didn't design it, he might have come in later, not even being on the team, and just flipped on it a little bit and be like, "Oh, do this."
Also, the depth that he puts into those light shows. I don't know how many people actually know, but he is a vinyl freak. His entire house is nothing but vinyls, and for Metallica,
he puts time into it. He puts a lot of
real
time,
research and time.
Even if it's not a band he's super into, he's gonna figure out a way to get into that band a little bit. He guy does his homework.
Tenacious Explosivo, amazing name, by the way, says, I can't believe Stern went with another damn Star Wars pinball game. They need to break free from the influence of Disney. Bad. I'm also kind of there. I'm switching subjects drastically, but do we need more Star Wars?
Do we need money?
Oh, are you saying that Stern maybe had a couple of misses recently and they decided to go back to a theme that they knew would pull in money and to go back to the original trilogy?
I think
in
it's
some way?
safe. I think they want it to be a big seller, and I think it's a safe theme. I don't know. Apparently not though. I don't know. Right now, everybody's scoffing it as, oh, another Star Wars, and then everybody's gonna buy it. So that's kind of how it goes with a lot of new theme stuff.
Sure.
King Kong is such a dead license. Everybody's getting it, guys. Like, you can pick one of a dozen arcades here in Colorado, and a good 10 of them are gonna have it.
Yeah, it's funny. I do like the comic Star Wars Pro.
Okay.
I think it's a fun game. And I have yet to beat it with Luke. No. Maybe it's just R2. I don't know. There's still a couple more that I have to beat it with. And I'm never going to attempt the 4 in one go. But I have hesitated. Not that I can buy a game right now, but I'm also on the fence, like Star Wars, but a new Star Wars game is coming out. And what if it does it? What if it actually achieves, a good Star Wars game?
Sure.
Like the full thumbs up. Suddenly, the old Star Wars Steve Ritchie's may drop drastically in price.
I bet it will. Well, maybe not though, because last podcast that we were talking about the Star Wars game, it was before we had any sort of teaser trailer. I predicted it was going to be John Borg on design. I predicted it was going to be the first Spike 3 system, and I predicted that it was going to be Star Wars based on the original trilogy. I think I might be slightly wrong on that third one. For the teaser trailer that we got, that's Andor music in the background.
Was it Andor?
It's not the Andor theme, but if you watch Andor and listen to just a lot of the score, it is very similar to the Andor score.
Now, the timing for that doesn't make a lot of sense because Rogue One takes place just before or during Episode 4. And Andor, I haven't watched the series yet, but I'm assuming that is basically in between Episodes 3 and 4. Or maybe it aligns with the beginning of... I'm assuming it's all prior to Episode 4. And the fall of the Empire, you would imagine, takes place between 6 and 7.
Sure. No, I can see how the title's confusing, but Andor is all about the rise of the rebellion, and so along with that is the fall of the Empire.
Sure. Okay. You got me all excited, though, for a second. I'm like, oh, my God, if they did a Rogue One Star Wars pin, okay, now if there's only one decent thing that Disney has done with Star Wars, and that's Rogue One.
But we never got into this the other night. We'll have to talk more after the podcast, or maybe we can do it right here and now. But you don't like Andor?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. You should watch it.
No,
man.
well, okay. Here's my problem: is I was in on all the Star Wars stuff so far,
Sure.
and I was inundated, and some of it's been crap. Like Boba Fett was.
Andor is
complete crap.
not that though. Andor is
understand.
very, very different from
No, but-
any of the other stuff.
But I'm tired of Star Wars. Like they
got burnt out.
threw so much crap at us. I just and I keep hearing that Andor is amazing. I just am
It's
struggling
a
to
very
watch
different story. It's
Yeah.
just a very, very different
I
story
want
from
to.
everything else. It is,
And I will.
It is war times. It makes you feel the wars portion of Star Wars. Not. It has nothing to do with space wizards.
Right. In fact, here, Star Wars fatigue. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's Disney or maybe it's. I've been reading rom-coms or romanticises recently as a. I'm so done with superheroes. I'm done with special powers. I'm done with Star Wars. Like media has thrown so much of that at us right now that I'm watching things I wouldn't have dreamed I'd be watching that don't fall in the science fiction and fantasy stuff that I grew up with that I absolutely love. That's just where I'm at right
Should
now.
go back to like extraterrestrials, like aliens, right? There's a great War of the Worlds movie. It ends up actually being an Amazon ad with Ice Cube just staring
it got
into
like
a webcam.
2% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, we're in hell.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah. Welcome to media hell. How about that? Or,
Sure.
Yeah. Redundant. Ice Cube War of the Worlds, baby. Yeah.
Oh, we on lockdown. Okay, you just can't get out the door. That's the whole reason he's on a webcam the whole movie. Because he can't get out of his stupid door. Don't watch it, not even ironically. But we gotta wrap this thing up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll let chat do it this time. Anybody got any good dad jokes?
Ooh, we always end on a dad joke. So if you've got a good one, go ahead and throw it out now. In the meantime, no, I have no follow-up. Honestly, I was like, oh, we could talk about the next episode. There's so much to be done. We've got to pack, try and make the next episode. There's a whole bunch of images and videos that
Yeah.
we'll be doing next week. Like,
Yeah,
there's
sleep
so
in
much.
there somewhere too. I gotta print off a bunch of stickers again.
For Pinball Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just do pickles stickers this time.
Pickles?
Yeah, I made the Dickies logo.
Yes.
I turned it into pickles
But why?
because we have pickle shots.
Okay.
But it says nowhere on there does it say Pinball Jones at all. It doesn't say pickle shots. It just says pickles. Instead of Dickies, it says pickles.
Got it. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah. I think you're gonna have to pull up a dad joke. We're not getting any Twitch safe dad jokes
Well, what's
here.
Tenacious Explosivo?
Not safe.
Okay. Well, usually we tie our dad joke to the subject of the.
Right. Spike
Thing?
2.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
You could tell a BDSM dad joke, I guess. Because spikes.
Oh, because spikes.
Yes. Wolfman, I think, has one, but I'm waiting for the follow up, so that way I don't get stuck.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll try it. I mean, you can always edit this shit out, right? Oh, okay. All right. What does a baby computer call his father?
I don't know, Paul.
Dada.
Thank you. I didn't get that joke. I needed you to say it out loud so that way I would understand it. I'm like, data? Why?
Right?
Yeah. Nope. Thank you.
Because you call it data. It's not.
It's not, I wouldn't say
It's not data.
Yeah. I guess maybe it just depends on the day and how frustrated I am with all the database people. I would never call them database people, though. Nope. It's always data. We've got a second one from Mick Gruber. What did the ocean say to the beach? See you. with a C. SEAC.
I heard a good pirate joke the other day. I can't remember what it was though.
Cool story.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, good times. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out today. That was a lot. That was super fun. Paul, thank you so much for putting the list together and coming up with the idea.
That was awesome.
Arsome? That
That
was your pirate joke? All right, y'all, let's go find someone to raid and send all this raid and wonderful love and support off to. Have a great weekend. Not sure we'll be seeing streams again until next weekend. We're doing stuff. See y'all.
Yeah, Redanded here is gonna pick up the slack for my streams while I'm gone. So we'll still be online on Tuesdays from 5 to 11. You might actually have to be earlier than 11 because I usually lock up the place, but I'm not gonna be there. So,
All right.
Happy Twitching, y'all.
See ya.